But we begin here at 11 with a controversial gun policy adopted by the Kern High School District Board in November. Tonight, local community activists presented a petition to the board opposing their decision. 17's Lori Lizarraga joins us with more. Lori?
The Dolores Huerta Foundation and other activists collected more than 3,000 signatures on the petition they presented at tonight's KHSD board meeting. Their hope? To overturn a policy that allows school personnel who hold CCW permits to apply to carry a gun on campus. And both sides of the issue were vocal tonight.
We had a goal of 2,000 signatures. We gathered 3,292, so we surpassed our goal, which we're saying that shows that the community does not agree with putting guns on campuses.
Community activist groups, concerned citizens, parents, teachers, and even students filled the room of the KHSD Board of Trustees meeting Monday night, bringing both support and opposition to the table.
I want to thank you. I want to ask you to move to the next steps of trying to implement this and come up with the safest way to make this happen, because it is a good move. It is protecting our students.
As students, we didn't get to ask for our input in it, so a lot of kids didn't even know this was going on in the first place. And I think that's just really messed up, because we're going to be the ones in classroom with people with guns.
I already feel safe with all the officers that are there, and I feel like we don't need teachers to have any weapons on them.
The issue was not on the board's agenda. Therefore, it did not make any significant comment or policy change. Only Trustee Michael Zolfa addressed the issue briefly.
And I know it's a difference in worldview about guns. I do believe they make us safer in educated and trained hands. And I do not want to be a trustee when we have that day when a gun comes on campus not authorized by somebody with bad intentions, and we didn't give all the protection that we could as a board of trustees.
And that was actually Trustee Michael Williams. According to the district, 19 non-employees with CCW permits have already been granted permission to carry firearms on KHSD facilities. The board did not mention when they would pick up this issue again, but it's clear we haven't heard the last on this gun policy from the board or from the community. In studio, Lori Lizarraga, 17 News.
Lori, thanks.
A hot topic tonight at the Kern High School District Board meeting was the recently approved policy to allow staff at local schools to carry concealed weapons. Members of the Dolores Huerta Foundation attended that meeting in protest of that policy, presenting the board with a petition with more than 2,000 signatures on it from the community, asking the board to change their mind. No new action was taken tonight on that policy.
A contentious evening at the Kern High School District Board meeting. It comes after the board voted last year to allow staff to carry concealed weapons on campus. Eyewitness News reporter Matt Boone joins us now with more on both sides of this issue. Matt?
Dave, first, a little background. As you mentioned, back in November, the Board of Trustees, as allowed by California law, voted to allow staff with CCW permits to apply to bring those guns on campus. That has not stopped critics, however, from continuing to speak out, urging the board to reconsider that. Before the meeting, protesters organized by the Dolores Huerta Foundation spoke out against the policy. But it wasn't just activists. Both students and teachers spoke, saying they felt left out of the decision-making process. They criticized the board for holding the special meeting last November at 2 p.m. and just weeks before former member Chad Vegas left his post. During public comment, one of the members of the Dolores Huerta Foundation presented the board with a petition of more than 3,000 signatures, urging them to overturn the staff gun policy. While the majority of commenters were against it, others supported the board's decision, saying allowing teachers to have concealed weapons serves as, quote, a last option for preventing a mass shooting.
My hope as a parent and as a citizen is that if my children were ever in danger, that somebody would be able to step in with the opportunity and the means to be able to help my children, to possibly save my children's life if needed.
They don't want their teachers to have guns. They have a lot of issues. They're high school students, and high school is a tough time. It's an awkward time. We have a lot of students with anxiety issues. It's not something they need to worry about.
The item was not on the agenda tonight, so the board took no action. If it were to be voted on again, it's unclear what would happen. The November vote was 3-2, and the newest board member, Joey O'Connell, has not publicly announced his position. The policy still has not been implemented yet, as the district still needs to finish writing the regulations. In studio, Matt Boone, Eyewitness News.
La Fundación Dolores Huerta presentó una petición para revocar la nueva política de permitir que maestros y personal escolar porten armas de fuego encubiertas en las preparatorias locales. La fundación asegura que recolectó más de 2,000 firmas en contra de dicha medida que fue adoptada en noviembre por parte del Distrito de Preparatorias de Kern. Las firmas fueron presentadas frente a la mesa directiva del distrito escolar anoche por parte de padres de familia, maestros y estudiantes.